Big Raiders and A's fan, and again, his new show on Fox, TV show, The Last Man on Earth, debuts Sunday at 9 p.m. Eastern Time. Will Forte, good to see you, brother.
Good to see you.
How are you?
I'm doing great. I'm really, I've been just working my tail off for months and months, and
as
just
the last
finished
man
2
on
days
Earth.
ago.
Right.
As the last man on Earth. It's been really fun, but just a tremendous amount of work.
Yeah, well, I mean, when you are the last man on Earth, it seems like there aren't many scenes with other human beings in it.
I found myself having some long acting days.
Yes,
but I did it to myself. You know, I was one of the writers too.
And the people that are also putting this together with you, Phil Lord, Chris Miller, the Lego movie,
22 Jump Street. That,
where
we starred together. Well, our voices are.
Yes, I would definitely say we starred together.
Yeah.
Where you played the radio analyst and I was the play-by-play guy.
Yeah.
And we were talking about edamame and stuff like that.
I still haven't seen the movie.
You still haven't even seen?
I've just been working nonstop. I haven't seen any movies.
You haven't seen anything?
Yeah, and those guys are good friends, and I love 21 Jump Street, so I just, it's unforgivable.
And your character on the TV show is Phil Miller, which is a combination of their names.
Yeah.
So it's just, what has this been like? Did you sometimes go home and just want to talk to anybody because you were the last man on Earth?
Well, I mean,
around?
it's as lonely as it can seem in the show at times. It's there are 100 people out there, not 100, but 50 people walking around. So I had plenty of human interaction.
Well, that's good.
With the crew, and just a great group of people.
Because you're an outgoing guy. I mean,
I know, whatever.
And we also saw you on the SNL 40th reunion, 40th anniversary. What was that like?
That was amazing. I mean, it was. These were just all my heroes growing up. You know, most of the people that came back, and then, not just childhood heroes, but then friends that I got to work with. So it was just this magical night of those.
Who was the most exciting for you to see?
I got to see Keith Richards. There were so many exciting people. I stood in the room backstage as Paul McCartney was coming in to get some pizza.
What did he get? Was it cheese? What did Paul get? Do you remember?
I think it was just a cheese pizza.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay.
There was definitely cheese involved.
I think that was the original name for the White Album, by the way.
Cheese pizza?
Yeah, I think that's what it was. Yeah, maybe that's what he did. I don't know.
They made a big mistake naming it the White Album.
Don't you think?
Big mistake.
I mean, of all the things to just say, White Album. You should have said that to Paul, right? Hey, Sir Paul, by the way, you don't say anything.
He's sick of my album suggestions. I'm always peppering those in there. No, it was just like, and that's on a night when it's not even, like Paul McCartney was just one of a ton of just stunning, exciting celebrity people walking around.
Keith Richards introduced Paul McCartney.
Yeah.
I mean, what more can you do? I mean, Chris Rock introduced Eddie Murphy. That was an incredible night. Was there a shot of you doing a MacGruber?
Oh no, there was no chance of that.
No chance of that?
No. At least I was not approached about it.
Right.
No, but it was just to even be in that room. I got to do with Jason Sudeikis, ESPN Sports Center, the ESPN Classic guys, and that was to get to be a part of that show was just really special.
Yeah, I saw you were once again doing a color analyst role.
Yeah.
I guess you're the go-to guy, whether it's 22 Jump Street or not. So you're from the Bay Area, correct? Is that where you're from originally?
Born in Oakland, raised about 20 minutes outside of there.
So you're a Raider fan, A's fan?
I'm a Raider fan. I'm an A's fan. And I somehow was not a Warriors fan because when I was a kid, because they were called the Golden State Warriors, I didn't feel like if they were the Oakland Warriors, I would have been all in. So I wasn't a basketball fan really until I went to UCLA, and that got me into basketball. So I'm a Clippers fan.
So a Clippers fan.
Yeah.
And because again, you've been in the Last Man on Earth hole.
Yeah.
So you haven't really been to Staples yet this year?
I have been a couple times with Phil. We are season ticket holders.
Okay.
So but he's been so busy working on this too. We just keep having to sell our tickets.
Well, I mean, hello.
Wait, two questions for you.
Got it. Yeah, what are you on?
Blake Griffin, how long is he out for?
We're still waiting to hear. We're still waiting to hear. That's I think you're still going to have to wait on that one.
Okay.
What's your other question?
Raiders come back down to LA?
Now that is something that they have to figure out, the NFL's got to figure out, Oakland needs a stadium, the Chargers need a stadium, Rams say they need a stadium. So there's 3 teams for 2 spots, or you can put 2 teams in 1 spot.
Yeah.
Would you welcome the Raiders back to, what about the Raiders going to San Diego?
There's something different about the Raiders being in Los Angeles for me. Like I like my Raiders in Oakland in that concrete
Mausoleum?
wonderful monstrosity. It's my monstrosity.
Right.
And there's something about the nacho cheese up there and the nachos, and it's I love them in Oakland.
I've not heard that about the black hole. The cheese is
might
it a
have
cheese
changed.
selection? Is it a platter? What is that? I never heard of that.
I just remember this particular nacho cheese growing up. They probably changed the ingredient, the cheese flavor.
I think it's Fred Bolitnikov's special family recipe. It's called the Bolitnikov Cheese Whiz from back in the day.
I got to go to a Raider game a couple of years ago with Phil Villapiano.
And how did that
and
go?
his kids.
That is some old cool stuff.
Have I ever told you that?
I don't think so. What was that like?
The most exciting thing, because he introduced me to Dave Casper. That was very exciting. I got to meet a couple.
The Ghosts?
Oh yeah. It was super exciting.
So you're old school Raider from back in the day. Who's your favorite A's player from back?
My favorite.
Do you have one?
Ricky Henderson.
He was the best.
Yeah.
Him and Billy Martin, Billy Ball.
Dwayne Murphy. I really like Dwayne Murphy too.
Dwayne Murphy. We had a Matt Stairs reference here the other day that we never really expected one. That one came out of left field, Will. We didn't expect that.
Yeah.
Is it true? You told me this before when I met you at a charity event that you do a good Jim Mora Sr. Is that a true story that you do a good Jim Mora?
I do the best Jim Mora Sr.
Can I? Do you want us to play the real Jim Mora first, or you just want to?
Well, I'll bracket it. I'll do it first, and then. Or no, you play it first.
Okay. Here we go. Here's Jim Mora. Prior to hearing Jim Mora. Here we go.
You really don't know. You think you know, but you don't know.
We couldn't do diddly poo offensively. We couldn't make a first down. We couldn't run the ball. We didn't try to run the ball. We couldn't complete a pass. We sucked. Playoffs? Don't talk about it. Playoffs? You kidding me? Playoffs? I just hope we can win a game.
Okay.
Playoffs? Playoffs? That's it. I only do playoffs.
That's it.
Playoffs.
It's
I
uncanny.
couldn't remember all the rest. Diddly poo.
Yeah.
Playoffs.
Diddly poo.
But you got to admit, I nailed the playoffs.
Oh my gosh.
Playoffs.
If I close my eyes, we had Jim here yesterday in that chair because he's this show's official Oscar maven.
Yeah.
And he called Margot Robbie a fox.
She is a fox.
Listen, this man can evaluate talent for a living.
Yeah.
He drafted Peyton Manning for crying out loud. If I close my eyes, I would think that
playoffs.
Like it's right there.
Wait, I want to hear. I feel like everybody could do playoffs, right?
Well, not like you, Will.
Oh, you flatter.
The Last Man on Earth, Fox, 9 p.m. Eastern Time. So are you like truly the only one in this show,
am,
Will? For real?
We have a lot of twists and turns.
Okay.
In the show, we're keeping things vague, but if you watch the show,
yes.
I won't go so far as to guarantee that you'll be into it and mesmerized the whole time.
Sure.
Because different people have different tastes.
Sure.
I love it. I'm very proud of it, and I think that most likely you will enjoy it.
And why are you the last man on Earth? Can you reveal that?
There was a virus that killed off the whole human population.
Except for you.
Except for me. Somehow I'm immune to the virus.
And
we thought, this is the perfect setting for a comedy.
Right.
Just everyone's dead.
Yeah, everyone's dead. And the last man on Earth is a Raider fan. Right.
No, he lives in. His name is Phil Miller. He lives in Tucson.
He lives in Tucson.
Yeah.
So would that make him an Arizona Cardinal fan?
A Wildcats fan?
I don't know. It could be that, a Wildcats fan.
Well, there's a scene that we saw of the show where you're in a parking lot and you just have a bowling ball and you're bowling in a parking lot with lanes, and then it cuts to it's advanced to 10 aquariums set up on top of each other.
Yeah.
And you're bowling balls, and then you just offload a truck of balls into it. It looks like you're just having a blast.
The most fun thing about this show is that all these wish fulfillment things that are a part of the show are just stupid little things that I would want to do if I was in this scenario. You know, I get to use a flamethrower and
that's amazing.
I shoot a flamethrower at a bunch of wigs, and it's just all this dumb stuff. A steamroller. Have you guys ever gotten to drive a steamroller?
No.
It sounds, when you're sitting in that steamroller,
empowering.
It's a very exciting thing to just, drive over anything. All I did was drive over some beers, but it's just,
that's amazing.
That's the kind of stuff
that sounds like a blast. Will, good luck to you with this show. And thanks for coming in. Come back in anytime you want.
Thank you. It's really good to see you.
Of course, you bet. That's Will Forte.
The Rich Eisen Show, weekdays at noon Eastern. On Audience.